Welcome to the Silent D Motor Show. I'm your host, Silent D, and I'm beyond excited today because I'm here at SEMA, the biggest and craziest show in the world of modified cars. And inside that building, soon to be unveiled, is my car. It's a 1969 Dodge Charger. It's built by the Ring brothers, and we'll talk to them in a minute. But first, a few words on why I'm getting this. So I've been a huge fan of 60s American muscle cars for a long time, and the 69 Charger is just the top of the list for me. When I lived in the US some years ago, I was lucky enough to be able to own one, this gold Charger RT that I got off eBay, and I fell right in love with it. But shortly after the honeymoon, I grew a little discontent because I drive my cars a lot, including thousands of miles long road trips. And I then got tired of the extremely poor handling, poor braking power, the rattling, the deafening sound of the engine at highway speeds, etc., etc. But I still love the look of it though, so I wanted something that looked like the original, that was as fast in a straight line as the original, but also could do corners and had the reliability and comfort of a modern car. Basically what's referred to as a resto mod or pro touring. So I started looking around for builders in the US that could pull this off, and I was very lucky that the talented and respected Ring brothers showed interest in this project. And for you purists out there, don't worry, I wasn't gonna cut up and modify my Gold Charger, as that was an original RT in good condition. Instead, I saw that's now living happily with its new owner up in Canada. It even made it to the local newspaper there. We instead bought a worn out Charger, this one, although I loved how it looked like with the black matte paint and all the patina. I can assure you that it is in a much better place now. So almost unveiling time, but first let's go and have a chat with the Ring brothers and get their take on this build.
We're the Ring brothers and we like to build cars, and we're lucky enough to build one here for Erlen.
Oh, I'm the one lucky here though, that is definitely for sure. But that leads me to my first question. What made you want to work on this project?
Well, if anybody's followed us, they know we've never done a Dodge Charger before, so we've never done any Mopar before, saying that. So we're pretty excited to let the people know that we can do more than just Mustangs.
Yeah, it was a really fun project. You know, obviously you came to us and pitched it. Cool part was you knew pretty much exactly what you wanted, and it was a little outside of our boundary. You know, we like to go a little too far on a lot of our cuts and push the envelope quite a bit, but you restrained us on this project, and I think it's really cool, and I really hope you like it.
Yeah, you know, you gave us a direction that was really fun and pushed us, but God, are we glad you did. I mean, it's a project that the more we got into it, the more I feel understood what you wanted, and it's really fun for us, and we're really proud of how it turned out, and kind of wish some of our other cars had a little more of this.
So what have you done to this car then?
We've done a tremendous amount of work to your car. We actually shortened the back end of this car a couple inches, and I know that sounds funny probably from the guys that are watching at home, but I think it turned out really great. Proportionate wise, the car looks correct. We actually moved the wheels forward on this car. What was it, 3 inches? It really took care of a lot of what I felt was that Charger nose overhang that was out the front. Proportionally, it looks, I think, spot on. Like I said, I think most people will walk by this car not knowing there's anything done to it. Tremendous amount of other things. You know, the rockers are all lowered on the car. The front and rear valances are lowered on the car. Kept the classic Charger grille in it, although put all electronic hideaways and stuff in it. Kept the vinyl top, which I think is really cool. Machined the wheels from scratch. Machined the hubcaps from scratch.
We took your cues on, you know, you didn't want one hammered on the ground and crazy wheels. I mean, HRE building these wheels, there's so much time into these wheels, but yet it's going to look just like a steel wheel. And it was your idea, and carbon fiber drive shaft from QA1. The motor's a 6.4 Hemi crate motor, but again, it looks like Chrysler. Actually, I wouldn't say this car was built in '69. I think this car looks like a 2017 Chrysler with the way the crate motor fits in it, the way the interior. I mean, I'm really excited for you in the interior. It really holds the original look, but the seats are out of a Toyota Camry, but everything is done to the stitching of the '69. The Nardi wheel.
Yeah, underneath all Flowmaster exhaust, bare brakes, nice braking system in it. Car drives wonderfully. Stereo sounds great, especially with Bob Seger, my favorite guy.
Well, as you can see from my smile, I am very excited to get this cover off, but we still have to wait a little bit. But I want to use this opportunity to thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with you. I also want to thank you for listening to my ideas and suggestions, but also shutting me down when I had ideas that were not so great. And of course also adding your own touches. I think just all these things combined just ended up with a car that's way above, at least from what I've seen so far, is it's gonna be far above anything I could ever have asked for, and you know, that's all your credit. So thank you so much.
All right, are we ready? Here we go. How do you like it? You look great? Yeah, walk on up. Yeah, walk on up here, take a look at it. This is fantastic. So let's give them a round of applause again for this car. It's beautiful. So let's talk about this just a little bit.
Really happy.
What a day, what an event, and what a car. The Ring Brothers are true artists. If you want to see more of their builds and even buy the parts that go into their builds, then check out their website, ringbrothers.com. If you want to see more from the SEMA show, more from this Charger, and just more car bonanza, then now would be a good time to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and I shall see you next time. Bye now.
I always think it's worthy to show that they actually do the dirty work, okay? On the floor.
You're very right.